Hi, and welcome to Discovering Henry, where we make exciting discoveries right in your own backyard. Now, for the last few weeks, our team has been following the Henry County ghost hunters, as well as the freelance paranormal investigators. Now, if you've been watching, you've probably been following along as they've investigated some of the most haunted sites in Henry County. Now, one such location seems to be a popular hangout for the spirit world, an enticing location for any paranormal investigator. Bell Book and Candle currently is a used bookstore just off the square in McDonough, housed in the basement of a building that is almost as old as the city itself. Originally built as a cotton warehouse in 1872, it also served as a livery stable, a blacksmith shop, and a buggy repair shop. Sharing the building upstairs, which the locals will remember it as a hardware store, is now an antique shop. Over the years, this building has been the location of several tragedies, which could be the reason for the ghostly sightings and paranormal activity.
We've been to Bell Book and Candle several different times, always an unbelievable time that we go. That's actually one of the very first locations that we, as the Henry County Ghost Hunters, began researching. We've been there many, many times, and we always seem to get an unexpected surprise there.
It was used as a cotton warehouse. Actually, the part we're in, Bell Book and Candle, was used as a livery stable. This was the livery stable. It had a small blacksmith shop in it, and this is where they would store the wagons and buggies and to be repaired.
During McDonough's heyday, when cotton was king, the two-story brick building housed the bundles on the upper floor until they were sold at market, while in the lower part of the building held the buggies and wagons used for transport. The men who worked here were local farmers and freed slaves from the Civil War era. It was during this time, as the story is told, that an upper-class Southern belle was having a forbidden relationship with one of the lower-class workers. To keep these meetings concealed, the woman would meet the man in the lower level where the horses and buggies were kept. It was there that one of the horses got spooked and kicked the woman and killed her instantly. Since then, there have been several sightings of a woman roaming the grounds late at night, and footsteps heard walking on the second floor when everything else was locked up for the evening. Could this be the same woman whose life was tragically taken from her? Shannon Asbury, co-owner of the Bell Book and Candle, has experienced enough strange things in her shop that she believes it is.
On Valentine's Day, I was in here working late and putting books online, so I was sitting there at the computer, and it had gotten to be about 7:15 on Valentine's Day. And normally you can hear people walking across the floor upstairs. Well, I didn't hear anybody come across the floor, and I shouldn't have anyway because they had already left upstairs at 6 o'clock. At 7:15, all of a sudden I heard a woman. I felt like it was a woman because it sounded like somebody trying to come down the stairs right beside where my computer is in heels. And she was kind of, you know how women in heels and they're trying to make it down the stairs, they're kind of stumbly. So I got up and I went to a basket that I keep my keys and my sunglasses in and all my purse and everything, which is right by a great big window facing the stairs. But I saw this figure, it looked like somebody in white coming down the stairs, and turned around and went out the door and left.
Experiences like that was enough to call the professionals to investigate the building and see if any evidence of paranormal activity could be found and documented. With the right equipment and a team of willing ghost hunters, it wasn't long before unusual energies were picked up in the back of the bookstore where the alleged killing took place.
I can feel it. Can you feel it? Mm-hmm. But, like, there's a refrigerator door open. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, behind me, it's really hot and clammy, and this way, it just...
And see, I feel it low, down on my feet.
Feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my feet are cold. I've got clogs and socks on. It's like 90 degrees outside right now, but my feet are cold.
The mystique about the building, you walk in and you instantly just get an energy vibe of something's in this location. They've had so many things happen with footsteps. They felt basically balls of wind or balls of energy that they can almost put their hand through and feel a tremendous temperature difference and almost a pressure difference in a certain area where energy is.
Wow, that's going to be a draft.
I would believe that if it was cold outside.
It's just,
but it's not cold outside.
Oh, up high, it feels. I'm feeling cool air moving up high. Normally cool air moves down low, I would think. It would sink. I feel it totally behind me right now. It's completely behind me.
Do you feel the cool?
Mm-hmm. It's very cool.
It's very cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As opposed
Now
to
it's blowing across my right hand.
Tonight I felt really strong feelings. I could absolutely smell livestock. I could smell hay. I have a feeling that there's a lot of energies in the building, male and female. You don't need to hide. We welcome you. We'd love to know you. Love to know your names.
Wow, Andy, look at this one.
We'd love to know your names. We know you're here. We can all feel you.
You know, apparently those air bursts have been a common occurrence here. They felt, I mean, you could like literally kind of feel, I mean, it's happened up front as well.
Yeah.
They've talked about that so many times.
I can feel it. I mean, I can feel like there's a refrigerator door open in front of me right now. I mean, I kind of almost feel like I've got them all cornered. I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, behind that wall, it goes back about another 100 feet. And
Okay.
It's all dirt floors.
Yeah, that's a false wall. I mean, that's not the original wall. But I'm so drawn to this area, and I just can feel it's just a refrigerator door, and like they're all kind of back there going, shh, don't say a word. Shh. I have no idea why I get these feelings that I do, but I just kind of have really strong feelings. And I'll walk into certain places, and I'll have the hair on my arms will stand up. Usually my left arm if it's a male, right arm if it's a female. Do you feel that?
I do.
Look at my, oh. See? Okay. This is one of the little fun things about, you probably can't see, but the hair on my arms just goes crazy.
During the investigation, more than just the spirit of a woman was felt, but several others, including a child. This led the investigators to believe there were other tragedies within these brick walls over the past 135 years.
Mr. Copeland, he hired ex-Civil War slaves to work for him. And tragically, 2 of them were killed upstairs when they were doing stacking the cotton. Now, cotton weighs between 500 to 750 pounds, and the bale happened to fall on him and crushed him. The rumor is that the first man was buried actually here in the bottom part when it was still a dirt floor. We don't know exactly where he was buried, but the rumor is he was buried here, not taken to the cemetery.
Yeah. We were in the back room and asking if we could get a sign, get something along the lines to say that they were there, and the door rattled, literally rattled. We got it on, we did get it on tape. You have the tape also.
It's like, give us a sign, let us know you're here. I can feel somebody or something, and the door just went crazy, for a little bit. And that was about it. Yeah, it was enough for me. Yeah.
We had several investigators in the back room. There's a very large wooden door, and the door is locked, and to lock it they have a 2x6 piece of wood that they actually put in between 2 slats that this door just simply cannot be budged. While 3 investigators were in this area asking, is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us, they heard what sounded like somebody on the other side of this door just trying to shake it to get the door open. After being told about this, we walked back in. I was actually in the basement of the building, nowhere near it. Nobody was outside. and went over to try and recreate it and started pushing on the door, and it wouldn't budge. The door was locked so tight that it just made absolutely no movement whatsoever.
Wow.
The door's banging.
It was banging.
That's like
she said, let
5
us,
seconds.
She said, let us know that you're here, and the door starts, and then
Now, who was in there?
the three of us.